Yes, I did send a survey out to all the schools, and I did hear back from all 18 schools plus Pathways. It was a topic that generated a lot of interest, so pretty much every principal that I talked to said it's not happening at my school, but that doesn't mean I want the policy changed. We could still have the policy that permits it, but my school isn't going to do it. No principal that I spoke to or that sent information back out ever indicated that that was something, a form of punishment they wanted to use. The reasons for that were mainly legal. I feel like it puts our teachers, the principal would say, I feel like it puts our teachers at a risk for legal punishment for that. And then also there were those who felt like there was an emotional part, both on the person that would administer a paddling and on the child. And they saw it as a negative role model for teachers toward children, and that there were more effective ways of changing behaviors available. There's always a possibility of physical consequence to a child if somebody slips, if something happens that was not intended. And some people just said, I'm not in favor of anybody besides a parent having a child. So I'm fine with a parent doing it. And then we had the other side that felt like it would be a deterrent to negative behaviors, that felt like some parents wished to have that policy in place. They felt like there are some students that would benefit from this type of punishment, but again, I never heard anybody say, I'm going to do it. A lot of teachers say, I'm not going to do it, but the principal should be able to. And the principals are saying, I don't think I'm going to be doing it. So, although, if you couldn't really tally the answers because they were more, they gave their opinions. But probably more people said to keep the current policy with the changes in special education and than to take the policy that said there will be no corporal punishment in Hawkins County. We did look at surrounding districts. There were 9 districts that say corporal punishment cannot be used in their district. Those districts were Bristol City, Carter County, Greenville City, Hamilton County, Johnson City, Kingsport City, Rogersville City, Sullivan County, and Unicoi County. There were 6 that said it may be used. They kept the old policy with the new language in it about corporal punishment in special education students. Claiborne County, Cobb County, Greene County, Hancock County, Newport City, and Washington County. So it was pretty divided. We did talk about it at an elementary principals meeting. All the elementary principals were in attendance, and we did have some good conversation around it, around what principals felt. Again, most principals said, I just don't feel comfortable administering. They do not have a problem with the policy being as it is and not using it, but they're not just felt like they would not be comfortable doing it.
The board recognizes classroom discipline is critical. There's no doubt about that. But since our last meeting, I'm sure most of you on the board probably has done a little bit of research as I have, and everything that I can read nationally is that corporal punishment is marginal at best, and most say it's pretty ineffective from the school system's perspective. I can't disagree with that myself on a personal basis. I would want to take personal responsibility for my children to discipline them, but yet at the same time, I don't see a lot of interest in exercising corporal punishment, so I can't see why we would keep it in the policy if we're never going to exercise that.
Chairman Hawkins, and I'm in favor of the proposed prohibiting the current policy with a new policy 6.314.
I'd be interested in hearing from our student board representatives if you all have feelings. I think we heard a little bit last month from you, but I would be interested to get your own perspective on this if I could, and feel free to just jump in.
I think banning it is the better idea, so there's no question about what can and can't happen in the school.
Yeah, I think as long as we have the policy there, not only is it hanging over our heads, but so is the threat of lawsuit of mishaps during a corporal punishment. And I mean, at the very least, it's a waste of money to print the policy if no one's interested in using it.
Sure.
Is the motion to kill the current and redo and use the new one?
The motion, as I understand it, is to adopt proposed policy 6.314 on corporal punishment. Number 1, corporal punishment shall not be used as a disciplinary measure in any school. Number 2, the director of schools shall be responsible for developing and implementing in-service training programs for teachers and staff in the use of alternative positive measures of discipline. That's the policy. It's short and it gets to the point, but we would be joining the other 9 districts of a no corporal punishment if we pass this.
And do we need a motion to kill the old one?
This would kill it if we adopted
It
this.
supersedes it.
It would.
Okay.
Is that everybody's understanding?
Yes.
Okay, any other questions? Call the roll, please.
Craig,
Yes.
Charles,
Yes.
Hilton,
Yes.
Shedden,
Yes.
Larkin.
Yes. The motion carries unanimously.